Good now? All right. All right, so I think we are now live. I don't know if I made a mistake in there somewhere, but either way, forgive me. 9:16 left in the first, no score. Shots on goal, 7 in favor of South, 2 in favor of North, but North has the early advantage with a 1-0 lead off a rebound shot off of, I think that was Drew Thompson's initial shot. He got his own rebound and put it home past Brooks Curry. Lakeville South on the power play, 1 minute left in the man advantage for Lakeville South. Curry comes out, plays the puck to Runyon. Runyon centers it. Nice centering pass to Bragg. Bragg drives the net. Centering pass turned away by Mayfield. Carter Mayfield, the goaltender for Lakeville North. Now North puts it all the way back in Lakeville South territory. Miller picks up the loose puck at mid-ice. He gets it to Giles. Giles trying to force the action there deep in the own zone. Bragg now in the wraparound, and there it is. Cortland Bragg. Hopefully Jaden, who've been texting me, saw that goal. Cortland Bragg takes the puck in the deep zone of Lakeville North off of a rebound shot from Giles and performs a wraparound. And Lakeville South now tied at 1 apiece. So Lakeville South 1, Lakeville North 1, 8:42 left. Penalty is now clear for Lakeville North. Dowdy on the draw. North wins the faceoff. They try to get on the far wall. Met there by both Castle and Dowdy. Puck still not invisible. Now, not visible, excuse me. North now dumps it all the way in. No icing. Dahlmeyer first on the puck. Backhands it to Dahlmeyer. Dahlmeyer in the near wall. Tries to chip it up the ice. He does, but he chips it to the defender for North. North now takes over in the mid-ice. They dump it back into the Lakeville South territory where Dahlmeyer picks it up, turns it over to Lakeville North. Loose puck out front. Finally, Havron gets a piece of it. North still now controlling deep in the Lakeville South territory. Puck comes loose to the defender for North. He rings it around the boards. The forward can't handle it. Havron now trying to clear the zone. Isn't able to do so. Nice hold on the blue line by number 9 for Lakeville North. Puck comes to that far corner. Dowdy there to pick it up. Dowdy tries to ring it up the far boards, but it goes out of play. And with that, 7:44 left in the first period. Lakeville South tied with Lakeville North. Shot advantage 8-1, they're saying, but Drew Thompson's shot found Curry initially, and the rebound was sitting there, and I think there's a couple shots for North, but 2 maybe at most. Newgard on the draw. He's got Starfield and Peterson along with Cox and Peterson tries to center it. Cox and Miller. Miller gets the puck in the near corner, wraps it around to Peterson. Peterson chips it off the near wall to Newgard. Newgard finds a wide open Starfield on the backside. Starfield makes a nice move, and then he backhands it up and over Mayfield. Set up by Peterson in the near wall. He sent it over to Newgard. Newgard found Starfield on that far side, and Starfield is able to bring it in and get that backhand up and over the shoulder of Carter Mayfield to put Lakeville South up 2-1 with 7:25 left in the first. Shots on goal 9 to, I'm going to say 2. I'm just going to add 1 every time. Good teamwork all the way around. Miller trying to get that to Peterson in the near wall, but Peterson couldn't handle it cleanly. Goes all the way down for an icing for South. So the faceoff will be just down in Lakeville South's defensive zone. Again, Lakeville North came out to the early scoring, 1-0. Now it's been two in a row for Lakeville South. Newgard controls the draw to Cox. Cox tries to go far wall, held in by North. Nice job by Starfield to put backside pressure on that that defenseman breaking it in. Now Cox does get it to Starfield. Starfield goes cross ice to Peterson. Peterson's got to wait for it. He backhands it to Miller. Miller now skates it through the neutral zone into the Lakeville North territory. Puts on the brakes there in the near corner. Now tries to get it back to Peterson, but intercepted by the Lakeville North forward. Lakeville North skates it in, met there at the, just inside the blue line by Cox, but they control deep in their own zone. Now Starfield takes it over. Starfield's got Peterson wide, but he's going to skate it instead. Skates it in. Oh, excuse me, that's Hill, my bad. And Hill gets tied up by the defenseman for North, and now North is coming back the other way. North chips it all the way in, no icing. First on the puck is going to be Hilliard. Hilliard rings around the near wall to Peterson. Peterson able to chip it over to Barnett. Barnett comes in, and there it is. Peterson with his second assist. Barnett with his first goal of the season. Nice finish by Riley Barnett as Lakeville South takes a 3-1 advantage. That was a nice ring around the boards by Coxey. Get out to Peterson. Peterson chipped it over to Barnett. Barnett took it the rest of the way from the red line in, beat the defender, and got one past Mayfield to put South up 3-1 with 6:14 left in the first period. Sorry about the camera angle. Hilliard in his own corner, near side corner, tries to get up to Adams. Back over to Castle. Castle finds Adam in the red line. Adam skates it in, loses the puck as just as he's coming into the zone. Loose puck out to Dowdy. I think that's Dowdy, 34. No, sorry, that's Barnett. My bad. Boys are too similar size. Loose puck over to Adams. Adams skates it in, taken wide by the defender. Centering pass. That was meant for Bragg. Bragg got tied up. Now Bragg chases down the loose puck, puts a body on the North defender who turns it over to Adams. Bragg comes in, tries to center it out front to Giles, but that's covered up by the Lakeville North goaltender, Carter Mayfield. Faceoff will stay down in Lakeville North territory, 5:19 left in the first. Shots on goal, 10-2 in favor of Lakeville South. Lakeville South's found pay dirt on 30% of those shots as they are leading 3-1. Shot by Dahlmeyer, goes off a skate. Careens all the way to the far side. Now a loose puck out front, Runyon tries to put it home, held in by Dahlmeyer. Now loose puck to Giles. Giles tries to find Dahlmeyer, was able to do so, then Dahlmeyer, not Dahlmeyer, but Runyon. Runyon finally finds a handle on the puck, fires the shot, goes just wide. Loose puck picked up by North, now turned over to Dahlmeyer. Dahlmeyer goes to his D partner, Cox. Cox in the near, far side to Banks. Banks puts it in the North territory, but immediately put right back into the neutral zone. Shot on it there from the red line by Cox. And we've got offside still by Lakeville South. They never checked up. All right, face-off just outside the zone, Lakeville North zone. Dowdy, Havron, and Banks. The defender, Castle, gets the puck taken away, brought all the way down. Picked up there by his D partner, Miller. Now Miller loses it. Centering pass to Lakeville North, breaking forward, but he can't get a handle on it. Puck goes just wide. Picked up there by Dowdy. Dowdy's going to get it up to Havron. Havron can't handle it cleanly initially, but then he gets the loose puck. Comes back in, centering pass. Dowdy was tied up just a little bit there. Couldn't get a clean shot off, and now North chips it out of the zone into the neutral zone. North on a 2-on-1. Nice defense there by Banks. I think got a piece of that. It was either Banks or Miller. Now the loose puck comes out to the North defender. Puts the puck right back into the zone. Picked up there by Dowdy. Dowdy tries to ring it around the boards. Nobody home there but Banks. Banks puts a hit on him, but North is able to hold the zone. North again able to hold the zone. Loose puck comes to Miller. Miller skates it into the neutral zone and then chips it into Lakeville North territory where it's picked up by the defender for Lakeville North. Loose puck on the far wall. North picks it up there. Met by both Starfield and Newgard. Starfield tries to get over to Newgard. Can't get it to him. And now the puck is into the Lakeville North box. So we'll get a face-off. I'm guessing just face-off will be into Lakeville North's defensive zone. Newgard, Starfield, and Peterson along with Hilliard and Hoffman. 3:22 left in the first. 3-1 Lakeville South over North. Newgard battling. Finally gets the puck back, but then loses it again to the Lakeville North forward. And that's Starfield. Backside pressure is able to get it. Peterson breaks to the middle of the ice. Newgard tries to find him, and it goes off a skate of a Lakeville North defender. And now Lakeville North comes back the other way. Turned over to South, but then North had a puck sitting there, fired a one-timer, went just wide. North brings the puck in, no offsides because North brought it in. North skates it into the neutral zone, turned over to Peterson. Peterson chips it around the forward, then gets it over to Barnett. Barnett tried to get it back to Peterson. Peterson now has it in the corner. Temporarily loses it, then tries to dish it to his defensive man, Cox. Cox is able to get it, fires a shot on net. Comes out to Miller. Miller off the near wall, dumps it deeper into the zone. Barnett first there along with Hill. Hill trying to fight off the defenseman for North. He does get a handle on the puck, and he's got Adams right out front. He can't get a clear passing lane for it, so now he finally gets it out to his defenseman Cox. Cox puts a shot on net, rebound Hill, and Mayfield's able to get over there for the rebound, and so no harm done there. Shots on net, 12-3 in favor of Lakeville South, and the score shows it with a score of 3-1. Stick out there with Barnett, Adams, and Hill, along with defensemen Hilliard and Castle. North picks up the face-off. They go cross ice, they're forward breaking, met there by Hilliard. Sidesteps Hilliard, nice job by Curry. Gets a stick on the puck, no shot on net. North now deep in their own corner, or in our corner, excuse me. Met there by, I don't know, but held in by North. Finally, Castle picks up the loose puck, far corner to Hill. Hill tries to chip to Barnett. Barnett couldn't get there in time, but then Barnett backchecks and gets a piece of the backside of that. Shot by North from the near side, goes just over the net. North able to hold the zone really well here. Now, point-blank shot goes just wide for North. North picks up the loose puck, tries to center it. Now the puck comes loose to Hill. Hill's able to chip it, cross ice. Nice chip there, as we desperately needed a line change at that point. North now brings it in, fires a shot or a clearing pass deep into the zone. South first one there. Bragg able to clear the zone. Gabe Runyon brings it in, trying to bypass the defenseman. Puck gets left there for Giles. Giles couldn't handle it. Just under a minute left in the first period now. Nice job there in the far wall by Dahlmeyer, and they're going to say offsides. Nice shot by Dahlmeyer to pinch the boards on that and then skate it in, but they're going to say it was offsides at some point. 49.1 left in the first. Score 3-1, South in favor of North. North struck first, and 3 unanswered goals by South is where we stand. Puck goes just wide of Mayfield, defender, first defender in. Picks up the puck, met there by Giles. Giles there to help create a turnover, although that turnover's in the neutral zone where Cox tries to get it up to his forward on the near far side. Bragg tries to sidestep the defender, gets taken down in the process. Now the puck is brought into the neutral zone by Lakeville North. Brought all the way down, deep into the far corner. Runyon is there along with Cox. Dahlmeyer manning the in front of the net there. 9 seconds left, 8 seconds. Puck does come loose to Bragg. Bragg takes exception with a slash that he got. Thankfully, no penalty either way. It could have been Bragg's as a retaliatory. But no harm, no foul on that one. Sorry about the camera angle. I'm trying to watch the game and watch the iPad and move the camera, and so I apologize about that. We're going to do the ice here, so we got about 10 to 12 minute break here in between the first and second period. Quick game summary. Lakeville South leads 3-1. Lakeville North comes out to an early advantage off a goal by Drew Thompson. Lakeville South then tallies the next one, and the next one, and the next one. It's Court Bragg, Jack Starfield, and the third one by Riley Barnett. So, good game so far. 2 first goals of the season for a couple of the players. Both Barnett and Bragg. It was their first goal of the season. A couple assists by Peterson. And the boys are going to the locker room, rest up for us. Hopefully what we find is an exciting second period. All right, back here live from Lakeville, Lakeview Bank Arena. Get ready for the start of the second period here. Quick shot summary for the first period. Lakeville South came out with 12 shots versus 3 for Lakeville North. Lakeville North struck blood first. Goal by Drew Thompson. Drove the net, put his own shot on net. Curry left a little bit of a rebound there, and Thompson was able to put it over his shoulder, kind of on a flub shot that put Lakeville North up 1-0. Lakeville South came firing back with a goal from Cortland Bragg, and then a goal from Jack Starfield, and then they tallied their third on a goal from Riley Barnett. A couple of firsts there were goals by Barnett and by Bragg. Tallied their first of the season. And with that, we're getting ready for the start of the second period. Only penalty of the first period was against Lakeville North, and that was, I don't even know what it was, maybe a tripping penalty, roughing penalty, sorry. Thank you to my daughter who's correcting me. But roughing penalty about midway through the first period. They were able to kill that successfully, and here we are. All right. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. So as long as this is. But I missed something here to go to YouTube. I don't know what. All right, the refs are out for the start of the second. Lakeville South coming in here. Off that far corner in the visitors' locker room there. Lakeville North will come right below us out of the Lakeville North varsity locker room. So far been a good clean game, nothing too contentious, which is what you like to see. Hopefully as the game draws on, we keep it clean and keep it a good game. Kind of fun being here in the Lakeville North, Lakeview Bank Arena and seeing all the banners from the accomplishments of Lakeville North. You know, we're one of the rare associations in the state where we support two different programs as one association. And so these boys start out in mites playing together. They separate when they're squirts, which is about 10 years old. And they stay that way throughout the rest of their both youth days and then high school days. And makes it for a unique experience for both boys, you know, sets of boys. A lot of times they'll play together in the summers and they'll play other sports together. And so it's certainly a unique experience from that perspective. See what Lakeville South's doing for lineups here. They're mixing things up a little bit. They're going to keep Starfield and Newgard out there. And they're going to move Hoffman up to left wing. They got Castle and Miller, the defenseman, to start the second period. Puck comes back to the North defenseman. He works it up to the far wing, just out of shot there. No icing as Miller had a piece of it. Brooks Curry comes out to play it to Castle. Castle tries to ring it up the far wall, but got caught up in some foot traffic there. Now Hoffman skates around his own net, skates it up, clears it all the way down for an icing. And so to start the second period here, we have an icing on Lakeville South. Newgard on the draw. Draw is controlled by North. They fire a shot, goes off of the shin pad of Newgard. Then North battles for it. They're able to temporarily keep it, but then Newgard gets it through into the neutral zone. Newgard skates it in, fires a backhand pass to Starfield, who put it up and over the net. No pay dirt on that one for Starfield. Newgard now has it on the far side. Centers it to Hoffman. Hoffman puts a little shot on net. Rebound shot goes wide. Puck now all the way down. It's going to be an icing on Lakeville North. Next lineup out is going to be Barnett, Peterson, and Adams, along with defenders Cox and Hilliard. It's going to be Barnett on the draw. Draw is controlled by Lakeville North. They try to chip it off the back wall, but Adams is there. Adams trying to get it to the center of the ice. Now turned over to Adams, now turned over to North. North into the neutral zone. North sidesteps, the North player sidesteps Barnett, brings it in deep. Tries a centering pass, nobody home on that. Now North in their zone. In the South's defensive zone. Centering pass, misses the mark there. Hilliard chases it down, trying to get it to Peterson, split the middle between Peterson and Barnett, and that's going to come all the way down for a South icing. Next lineup out's going to be Hill, Bragg, and another guy. Let's go with that. Runyon, I'm guessing. Hill takes the puck, gets it over to Bragg. Bragg through the neutral zone, skates it into the North territory. Puts a backhand shot that goes just wide. Giles out there. Giles trying to flick the puck to the middle of the ice. It does come loose to Castle in the neutral zone. Castle then gets it to Hill. Hill chips it all the way down into North's D zone. Met there first by Giles. Giles tried a centering pass, turned away by Mayfield. North picks up the loose puck, trying to get it out of their zone. Finally they do. They skated across the red line, skated all the way down, put a shot on net on Curry. Curry turns that away. The loose puck comes to the far side where Castle picks it up. Castle looking near side, decides to skate it instead. Skates it into the zone, gets it over to Hill on a drop pass. Hill fires a shot, goes just wide. Hoffman picks up the loose puck. Hoffman behind the North net, tries a wraparound, nets off. See if the refs realize that. They do, but they're not going to stop play for it. The loose puck comes to the corner. Picked up there by, held in by Miller off of a Hoffman chip. And the face-off will be deep in Lakeville North's D zone. So they moved Hoffman up to forward with Newgard and Starfield. Hilliard and Miller at D. Newgard on the draw. Over to Starfield. Starfield skates it out, dishes it over to Miller, but too deep. Newgard's there. Newgard does get a bit to Miller. Then Hilliard holds on the far blue line to Starfield. Starfield deep into, that was to Newgard. Newgard tried to get it back to him, just off the mark. Now Starfield's got it, trying to center it. Gets it over to Newgard. Newgard tries to center it to Hoffman. Hoffman misses just wide. Now, puck held in by Hoffman on the blue line. Throws a shot on net. Mayfield turns that away. Newgard picks up the loose puck, tries to get it out front. North picks it up. North hits a breaking winger, then dumps it in deep. Miller retreats. Brooks comes out to play it. And Starfield picks up the loose puck. Nice shot by Starfield to stand up the forward for North. Now the loose puck does come to Starfield on the near side. Dumps it in deep, and the first line's going to go off for a line change. Loose puck comes to the defenseman for North. Rings it to the far boards, right to Castle's stick. Excuse me. Yep, that is Castle. I see the 7, and then Castle or Cox. That was Castle. Puck gets shipped into North. North brings it in, fires a shot, gets turned away. Just wide. Loose puck comes to the near wall where Runyon picks it up. Runyon jumps over a fallen defenseman, but North gets to the puck first, and they get it to their D partner. Now they go near wall. North brings it in South territory, fires a shot from just outside the circle. Glove down by Cox. And the loose puck goes off the post, and Castle's going to ring it all the way down, so we'll get a face-off. Next lineup out is going to be Peterson, Barnett, and Havron, along with Hilliard and Dahlmeyer. Barnett on the draw. Draw is controlled by South. Havron's able to get it out. He gets it up to Peterson. Peterson couldn't handle it. No icing. Peterson, the F1, first one in with pressure. Peterson read it just off. Thought the defender was going to go to the right. Went to the left. And puck goes chipped up and out of the play. So 10:13 left in the second period. Lakeville South still clinging to a 3-1 advantage. Shots on goal, 16-4 in favor of South. Barnett on the draw. He's got Peterson at right wing, Havron at left. Draw is controlled by North. They bring it back behind their own net, and they ring it around the boards, held in by Hilliard. Now over to Havron. Havron in the corner, meets resistance. Barnett picks up the loose puck. Now, loose puck rings around the boards, held in by Dahlmeyer. Now on the far side, held in by Hilliard. Gets it over to Barnett. Barnett makes a move around the defender. I don't know if that's a shot or not, but that goes just wide. Peterson puts some pressure on, forces the puck to come loose. North gets it back, brings it all the way down where it's played by Curry. Curry plays it all the way out, trying to find a break in Hoffman. Hoffman now picks it up. They're going to say offsides on Peterson. Hoffman was getting tied up right on the blue line, couldn't enter the zone cleanly. Peterson waited a little and then finally couldn't wait any longer and got his momentum, carried him in. So face-off just outside of the Lakeville North D zone in the neutral zone. Newgard on the draw. Draw is controlled by Lakeville North. North across the red line, brings it into the Lakeville South D zone. Held in there by North. Now puck comes loose to Newgard. Newgard sidesteps the forward, brings it in, gets it up to Hoffman. Hoffman skates it in, fires a shot, misses just wide. Held in by Castle in the near wall. Starfield gets it over to Hoffman. Hoffman battling. Gets it clean over to Castle at the point. Castle fires a low shot, goes just wide. Held in on the far side by Miller. Miller gets it to Starfield in the corner, who gets it off to Newgard. Newgard fires a one-time slap shot from just outside the circle, covered up by Brooks Curry. Giles, Adams, and Bragg on the line, along with Cox and Hilliard at D. Face-off is going to be Giles. Giles ties up the centerman, a loose puck. Adams had a piece of it for a second, and held in by Hilliard. Shot on net, gets turned away. Adams gets a loose puck, trying to find the far side defenseman, but angle was wrong. Cox picks it up, puts it right back in. Delayed offside's now waved off. Giles, first one in on the far side, positions his body to control the puck. Still battling to get the puck. He's controlling it. He's got two white jerseys on him. Adams steps in, helps out, gets a piece of it, but then taken over by North. North tries to clear the zone, but held in by Cox. Cox rings around the boards, where Adams can't get to it in time, but North keeps it in the zone on their own, and Bragg battling on that far wall. Giles comes in to try to get the puck loose. He does. Centering pass, nobody there but a white jersey. Now Bragg behind the Lakeville North net. Puck comes loose to the near side. Nice pinch there by Cox to hold the zone. Held in by Giles right on the blue line as he gloved it down, but North finally picks it up. They skate it through the neutral zone. They bring it into Lakeville South territory. Brooks Curry comes out to play it, plays it to Giles. Giles backhands it to the neutral zone, trying to hit Bragg, just couldn't get him. Now Adams, nice job with the stick work. Skates it in, fires a shot, turned away by Mayfield. Loose puck in the near corner. Puck comes loose to North on the near side as they try to skate it out. Met there by Dowdy, loose puck by Dahlmeyer. Dahlmeyer battling on the near side. Finally, puck comes loose to Runyon, can't get to it in time. North brings it right back into Castle. Castle, chip pass over to Dahlmeyer. Dahlmeyer on the near wall, tries to chip it deeper into the zone. Gets over to Hill. Hill dumps it all the way in. First in is going to be Dahlmeyer. Already committed to the play. Now Dowdy gets a loose puck, centers it. Nice centering pass there to Runyon. Runyon puts a shot on net, goes just wide. Puck up the near wall. Now behind the Lakeville North net where Hill is battling, trying to get control. Now Runyon steps in to try to help out. Puck comes all the way down where Miller will be the first one on it. Puck now gets loose to the near side, held in by North. Put a shot on net, their fifth of the game. Gloved by Curry. And we'll get a line change here. Face-off will be deep in South territory. Newgard on the draw, and he's got Starfield and Hoffman with him. Puck comes over to Miller. Miller kind of rings it off that far wall. Ooh, Mayfield plays it with a pressuring, rushing Jack Starfield. Puck comes loose to Starfield, fires a shot. It was going to go over the net, but Mayfield gloves it down nonetheless. So we'll get a face-off deep in Lakeville North's D zone. Newgard on the draw. Draw is controlled by South. Starfield in the near corner. Cycles it back to Hoffman. Hoffman over to Newgard. Newgard trying to find Starfield out front. That gets turned away. Now there's a battle behind the net in the corner. Newgard comes away with it. Newgard gets it over to his defenseman Miller. Miller puts a shot on net, gets caught up in traffic. Loose puck. Third try, finally gets covered up by Mayfield. Barnett, Havron, and Banks out there next, along with Dahlmeyer and Hilliard. North controls the draw. They skate it through the neutral zone. Chip it by Hilliard, but nice job by Dahlmeyer to get in there and pick up the loose puck. Havron then tries to get it to Barnett, isn't able to do so, held in by North. Loose puck comes out to Hilliard. Hilliard tries to get up to Barnett, goes off his skates. Banks tries to chip it in deep. Now Barnett with pressure, turn over to Banks. Banks trying to get it back to Dahlmeyer, I believe. I couldn't see on that near wall. Dahlmeyer nonetheless gets it to his D partner, who gets it to Banks. Banks turns it over in the neutral zone. Now Banks gets it back, turned it over to the North defender, who gets it up to Lakeville North's forward. Nice pass there. Turnover by South, created a 2-on-1 coming back the other way, and Thompson puts it home for South over the shoulder of Brooks Curry on a nice pass off of his forward partner. Second of the game for Thompson, and Lakeville South now still leading 3-2, but it's been kind of a slow period here for Lakeville South as they give one up, and now shots on goal, 20-6 in favor of South. Giles, Bragg, and Peterson out there now. Castle and Miller, the defenders. Giles on the draw. The draw is controlled by South. That's Cortland Bragg. Bragg dumps it all the way in. Peterson, the F1. Peterson and Giles. North picks up the puck off that far wall, held in. Now Giles has got it. Giles tries to sidestep the defender, gets it to Peterson down low. Peterson couldn't get a handle on it as he's trying to transition to his forehand. Held in initially by Castle. I'm not quite sure where the puck is there. Now it does leave the zone, goes all the way down for an icing. .434 left in the second. Newgard on the draw. North getting a late player in. Refs didn't see it. Starfield rings it over to Newgard. Newgard centering pass to Hoffman. Nice pass play there. Hoffman puts it home. Fourth of the goal, the game for South. Hoffman, I believe it's his first of the season, at least on JV. I'm not sure about North. Great pass there by Newgard, and a good job by Starfield to hold the zone and get that puck deep. Newgard on the draw. Draw is controlled by North. Puck driven all the way deep into South territory. Castle, first one there. Gets it over to Hoffman. Hoffman chips it up to Newgard. Newgard skates it across the red line, brings it in deep. Brought wide by the defender, then turns it over to the forward for North in the middle of the ice. Not held in. Miller tried to pinch and hold, isn't able to do so. Then Starfield gets it taken away, but then gets it back. Hoffman gets it off Starfield's stick, who chips it into the zone. Held in by Castle on the near side. Run all the way around where Adams is there to help out. Try to pick it up. He loses it. Kicked in by Dowdy. Dowdy still trying to hold it off that far wall. Then Runyon backhands it into the zone. Puck comes loose to Cox. Cox is able to hold. Tries to center it out front. Loose puck comes to Runyon. It's off the side of the net. Held in by Hilliard on the far side. Hilliard dumps it in deep into the near side corner. Held in by Cox. Cox throws it towards the net, but defender for North is there waiting. They're going to ring it all the way down. Brooks is going to come out. Curry's going to come out to play it. Plays it to Cox. Catches North in a line change. Frees up Adams on a breakaway. Adams misses the net. Puck comes loose to Hilliard. Hilliard puts a shot on net. Up in the air. Got caught some bodies on the way. Loose puck to Runyon. Runyon back to Hilliard. Hilliard not able to hold the zone, and we've got an offsides on Lakeville South. So we'll get a line change for South. Hill, Havron, and Barnett out there as forwards. Castle and Miller's defensemen. Puck comes loose to Castle. Castle dumps it all the way in. No icing. Mayfield comes out to play it, but Barnett's first one on it. Barnett tries a centering pass. Nobody home, or actually got caught up in some traffic. Held in. Nope, not held in by Castle. Castle in the neutral zone, though, is able to control. Puts it right back in, over to Barnett. Barnett gets hit, and puck comes loose to Castle on the near side. In the neutral zone, Castle trying to get somebody free, but nobody wants it. North finally picks it up, and North going to dump it all the way in. It's going to circle around. Brooks Curry tries to play it, but goes off his stick. Castle first one there. Puck comes loose on the near side to Hill. Hill now skates it out across the red line. Brings it in, fires a shot. Covered up by Mayfield. 2:01 left in the second. Shot on net 23-6 in favor of South. Score 5-1 in favor of South. Newgard, Hoffman, and Starfield out there along with Dahlmeyer and Hilliard. Newgard at the side of the net, trying to free it out front. Goes just wide. Starfield now battling in the corner. Scrum for the puck behind the net. Starfield now has it behind the net. Puts on the brakes, tries to come back the other way, gets turned away. Now Starfield gets it over to Newgard. Puck comes loose. Hoffman gets it, tries to fire a shot, goes up and over the net. Actually gets deflected over the net. Loose puck comes out to Hoffman. He loses it to North. North comes back the other way. 1:20 left. Thompson for North fires a nice shot there. That would be at least the fourth shot of the game for Thompson out of the 7 that North has recorded. He's tallied 2 of those 7 shots. And puck comes loose there in the corner to Cox. Cox loses it to North. Dowdy then off the far wall to Giles. Giles, nice patience there, then tries to find Bragg. Right behind him, he didn't see it coming in. Puck comes loose out front. North controls. North comes back the other way. They dish it to their breaking forward, but he loses a handle on it. Cox gets it up into the neutral zone. 45 seconds left in the second. Puck comes loose to Castle. Castle chips in the neutral zone. Bragg skates it in. Fires a shot. Gets knocked down by Mayfield, and Mayfield will cover that up. Face off deep in North D zone. Barnett, Hill, and Runyon. Puck comes loose behind the net. Runyon tries to chase it down, but controlled by North. North goes cross ice, just out of the reach of their breaking forward. Nice shot by Castle to step in there. So they turn it over to North in the neutral zone. North now has it there. Picked up by Hill. Hill chips it into the zone, but North controls into the neutral zone where they turn it over to Cox. Cox rings it off the near wall. Hill gets a piece of it, but can't control it. Bodies, a few bodies flying. And now after the whistle, there's some shoving going on. Second period in the books. And Lakeville South leading 4-2 over Lakeville North. Be back shortly. All right, getting ready for the start of the third period. Lakeville South holding a 4-2 advantage here. Lakeville North came out scoring first in the first period. Goal by Drew Thompson, unassisted. Lakeville South fired back with Court Bragg's first goal of the year. I don't know who had the assist on that one. Next one was Jack Starfield, assisted by Newgard and Peterson. And the next one for South was Barnett, his first of the year, assisted by Peterson. And then the fourth goal was a nice goal by Hoffman from Newgard. And the North came back with another one by Drew Thompson. Actually, I believe Thompson got that second before we got our fourth. So it was 3-2 here for a couple minutes, and then South came back and fired their fourth in to go up 4-2. And that's where we stand after 2 periods. Shots on goal, Lakeville South out shooting North 24-7. Next game up will obviously be the North varsity against South varsity here. That'll be coming up shortly after this broadcast ends. And for that one, you go right back to YouTube. And I'm not sure, probably you can Google or you can YouTube search Lakeville South versus Lakeville North varsity, I'm guessing, and you can be able to find that link at that point. But 15 minutes action left here in this contest. You know, as discussed earlier, this is a big contest for both teams. They always get up for this one. Lakeville South has been controlling the action, but you know what? At this point, it's anybody's game. I hate the saying, but it's a true one that the most dangerous lead in hockey is a 2-goal lead, and that's what South has coming into the third. Refs are now on the ice. Lakeville North coaches making their way past the South coaches on their way to their bench. Kind of a weird deal. That's really the only way to get over there. I still owe you $50. You still have that bag? I still want it.
What bag is that?
The hockey bag you're selling?
Oh, no, I just sold it.
Oh, okay. No, it's all right. All right, South's coming onto the ice now. We'll see who they bring out for goaltending here on this. If they're going to bring Curry up for... Nope, they are going to bring Curry out for this one. Wasn't sure if they were going to swing him or not. They're going to have one of either Dewey or Clarence swing to the varsity game just as a backup, I would guess. Stands are starting to fill up here as we get to the end of this one, and folks eagerly await the varsity contest that's coming next. Multi-point game so far by both Newgard and Peterson. South boys getting final instructions from their coaches. Gonna get a hoorah, hoorah, and we'll get going here. Well, they are going to keep Hoffman up for this period. Okay. Hoffman normally has played 2 JV periods and 2 varsity periods, but they're going to keep him here for the third. And let's see what they're doing with Castle. That'd be the other one that I thought might swing. And we'll see here. Newgard on the draw. He's got Hoffman and Starfield with him. And he's got defenders Miller and Hilliard as well. Newgard on the draw. Draw is controlled by South. That's Hoffman. He gets it over to Starfield. Starfield brings across the blue line. Tries to chip it to Newgard just out of his reach. Newgard chases it down. He's got it in the near corner. Fires over to Hoffman behind the Lakeville North net. Hoffman puts on the brakes. Brings it out front. Fires a shot on net. That gets stopped by Mayfield and then covered up by Mayfield. Newgard wins a draw, but North controls. Nice pinch by Miller. Newgard gets it over to Starfield down low. Gets it right back to Newgard. Puts the shot on net, turned away by Mayfield. Now Newgard has it in the corner. Dishes it back to Newgard. Newgard can't get a handle on it. Nice pinch again by Miller. And now Miller's committed to the play and nobody's covering for him. Let's see if, there we go. We got volume back. My little adapter died on me. So sorry about that. Thanks for those who notified me. Puck comes loose deep into the corner to the North defender who tries to clear the zone. Able to do so. Puck's going to come all the way down. No icing. Puck comes loose to Dowdy. Dowdy gets it taken away by the North forward. Puck comes loose to the near side. Peterson chips it to Newgard. Newgard's going to bring it in. Dishes it off to Hoffman. Hoffman fires a shot. Nice save there by Mayfield. So I lost sound there for a little bit. Sorry about that. I didn't realize my adapter had died. So hopefully we're good now. Hopefully. Face off deep in the North territory. Puck rings all the way around the boards. The Panther forward picks it up. Centering pass. The center lets it go to the near side forward. Shot on net. Gets deflected just wide by Curry. Now puck comes loose into the far corner. Held in by the defender for North. Shot on net. Curry kicks it away. Loose puck rings around the boards. That's going to be to Starfield. Starfield can't handle it. Turns it over to North. Held in temporarily by North, but now Newgard's got it. Newgard chips it far side, or near side, excuse me, to Hoffman. Hoffman puts on the brakes, but I can't see much because there's a couple guys standing in front of me. Now Hoffman's got it. Gets it down low. A couple nice saves by Mayfield. Mayfield can't cover it up. Newgard then throws it back towards the middle of the net. Now he gets it back. Gets it back to his defenseman. That's Dahlmeyer. Dahlmeyer gets it over to Cox, who fires a quick shot, covered up by Mayfield. Face-off will stay deep in the Panther territory. And again, score summary, 5:52 left in the third. Lakeville South up 4-2 over North. Face-off comes back to Hilliard. Hilliard puts a shot, low shot towards net, gets kicked away by the North defender. Hilliard pinches and holds. Giles battling behind the net along with Havron. Finally, the puck turns over to North. North's able to clear the zone. Over to a breaking forward on the far side. Brings it in, fires a shot, goes just wide. Loose puck comes to the near side. Now controlled by Giles behind his own net. Tries to get it up off the far wall to Banks. Banks can't get it out. Now he gets it back. He's able to clear the zone. No offsides. Okay. Shot on net gets deflected wide by Curry. Loose puck comes to Hilliard. Hilliard tries to chip it off that near wall. No penalty on South. Giles has got the loose puck. Loses a handle of it, leaks out the back of his stick, gets it back, loses it. Now finally Miller says, I'm going to go ahead and take it. Miller across the red line, skates it in. Makes a move around the defender and then gets held up. Centering pass, nobody home but the Panthers. Lakeville North skates it out of the zone, through the neutral zone, but met there by Cox. Cox gets a piece of it, turns it over. Now they turn it over to Runyon. Runyon skates it into the zone. Fires a shot, gets deflected wide. Loose puck. Barnett picks it up. Barnett trying to center it. Nope, nobody home there. Now Cox cycles to the top of the slot, fires a shot. Barnett gets a loose puck and scores his second of the game. Riley Barnett off of a shot from Tyler Cox up and over the left shoulder of Mayfield to put the score at 5-2 with 4:18 left in the third period. Stands are now filling up pretty quickly. Barnett's second of the game, second of the year, assisted by Cox. He's got Adams and Runyon with him. I think that's Cox's first point of the year as well. North brings it in. Put a shot on net, nice save by Curry, then he loses it, and then he finally covers it up while there's some pushing and shoving in front of the net. Well, they're giving Dowdy the assist on that. I think it was Cox. Now we got Bragg, Hill, and Peterson along with Dowdy and Cox. Puck comes loose, held in by North. Shot on net gets knocked down by Cox. Cox tries to clear the zone, but held in by North. Shot on net, nice save by Curry. Curry makes another nice save, covers it up, and so we'll get a face-off deep in South territory. We're going to switch up the defenders. Putting Hilliard and Dahlmeyer out there. We're going to stick with the forwards of Bragg, Hill, and Peterson. Face-off leaves the zone. Bragg chases it down. The North Panther defender turns it over to Peterson. Peterson gets tied up right in the top of the slot. North gets it back into the neutral zone. It's going to go all the way down. Dahlmeyer backhands it to nobody. Panthers there, fires a shot. Loose puck, that's going to find pay dirt for North. So Lakeville North tightens the gap 3-5 with 3:27 left in the third. The initial shot got bounced right up in the air, landed right on the doorstep, and nobody was there to clear it out, and North was able to put it home to tally their third of the game on their 17th shot. The puck comes loose to Newgard. Newgard's able to get into the zone, but controlled by the North defender. And now we're going to say hand pass by South as Miller got up there. Knocked that puck down, but knocked it right to Newgard. Faceoff's going to come all the way down into the Cougars' territory. Newgard on the draw. North wins the faceoff and controls the faceoff. Puck comes loose to the side of the net. Shot on net hits the side netting, and the puck comes all the way out of the zone. Starfield first is the F1. Empty net for Lakeville North. Just realized that with 3 minutes left, they have pulled their goalie. Lakeville South trying to get control, not able to do so. North brings it back behind their own net. Turned over to Newgard. Newgard centers the puck out front, but nobody home to slap that one home for him. High stick on South. And Miller's like, that's fine, we'll wait all day long. Finally, North touches it. Miller picks it up, goes cross ice to Starfield. Starfield tries to put it in, but it goes off the official right inside that blue line. Loose puck comes to the near side, picked up by the North defender. Met there by Newgard. Now puck comes loose to Starfield. Starfield will not miss on that. Starfield tallies his second, an open netter. Second of the game, and Lakeville South now goes up 6-3 with just 2:18 left in the third period. Looks like North pulled a lot of their players up for varsity here after that second period. Just a reminder, if you're a swing player, or if you're a high school player, you can play 4 periods of hockey in a single day. So a lot of times these coaches will grab a player for a couple periods of JV and have them suit up for varsity and maybe get some varsity time as well. And it looks like North has done that with a couple of their players. Puck comes loose to Dowdy. Dowdy gets it off the near wall. Barnett couldn't reach it in time. Now Barnett met. Now Adams tries to chip it out. Puck still held in by North. North skates it in, fires a shot. Turned away by Curry. Puck finally comes loose to Adams. Adams loses it to the North defender. Now North picks it up in the neutral zone. Skates it in, holds off Runyon. Puck comes loose in the corner. Now puck comes loose right out front. And we got a whistle here as the net is off, maybe? Maybe? Faceoff will stay deep in Cougars territory with 1:26 left in the third. Newgard on the draw. Ooh, nice shot from North right off the faceoff. Covered up by Curry. So we'll do it again. Newgard on the draw. Newgard controls the draw. And brought out to Starfield. Gets chipped over to Newgard. Newgard back over to Starfield, trying to get him his hattie. Puck rings the boards on the far side. North then tries to clear it, held in by Hoffman. Puck comes loose on the far side. North skates it through the neutral zone. Met there now by Dahlmeyer. Dahlmeyer rubs him out. 50 seconds left in the third. Miller's able to clear the zone up to Newgard. He's got Starzy with him. Tries to chip it over to him. And Mayfield's got it under his pad. All right, at this point, the game's in hand. I'm going to go ahead and hand over, he's not here, so I was going to hand over the Ethernet cord. Face-off will be deep in the Panthers' territory. Bragg on the draw. North controls behind their own net, trying to ring it out of the zone. Held in by Cox. Now it comes out loose to Bragg. Bragg tries to sidestep one player. Shot on net. Mayfield makes the save. Loose puck goes behind the net. Now Bragg centering. Nobody home there. And the puck gets caught up in the netting. Oh, sorry about the camera angle. Giles on the draw. Giles wins the draw, but North controls. North skates into the neutral zone. They dump it all the way down. 15 seconds left. Curry comes out to play. Chips it off the near wall to Havron. Puck comes loose into the neutral zone. Controlled by the North defender. Now the puck comes loose to Havron. And that'll be it. So Lakeville South JV handles Lakeville North. Final score 6-3. Shots on goal 40-20. Scoring by Starfield ×2, Barnett ×2. Hoffman got one and Bragg got one. 2-point games by Starfield, Newgard, and Peterson. And win in the books. Next up, Lakeville North versus Lakeville South varsity. Enjoy the game.